OK, chapitre 10, écrire une lettre. We're going to learn how to write a letter in French. And many of your classmates who've gone on before you, who are now in French 2 and French 3 and in college now, have been able to find some addresses for pen pals. And if you'd like, you can email, you may email me, and we'll see what we can get together with the approval of your parents. And I can't really recommend, I can only make you aware of some places where you can find. I can't really recommend any particular people. But I can put you on the right path, so you can find perhaps a friend with whom you may do some writing back and forth, someone who speaks French. And what's interesting is because they usually will like to write you back in English, it helps them with their English. So often you can work out situations where your pen pal writes you in English, you help correct the pen pal's English, and then you write to the pen pal, the French pen pal, in French. They help you with correcting your French. It's possible. Oui, c'est possible. OK, nous sommes à la page 137. Oui. Voici notre verset pour ce chapitre. Here's our verse for this chapter. Romains 3:10. Selon qu'il est écrit, according to as it is written. Il n'y a point de juste. There's none righteous. Pas même un seul. Not even one person. Oui. So you recognize the verse. As it is written, there is none righteous, no, not one. C'est en anglais, ouais. En français, selon qu'il est écrit, according to how it is written, according to as it is written, there is not one just person, not even one. Il n'y a point de juste, pas même un seul. Not even one. Un seul. Un seul. Tout seul means all alone. Un seul means by oneself, not even one. Okay, so there's our verse for the new chapter. Not too long, very good verse. By the time we finish this study of French 1, your authors of the textbook have so wonderfully woven into the memorization of verses, what some people refer to, you know, as the Roman way or the Romans road, whatever you want to say. It's a series of verses from Romans with which you can lead someone to Christ. It's wonderful, right? Okay. Homework. Oh, yes, we're back to that. Ah, les devoirs. Okay. All right. If you look, turn to page 127 in your workbook. And these are very short, very, very short. You may think this is a ton of homework, but it's not. It's very short. And after you see them and look at them, you will see, oh, okay, it's nothing. It's not difficult at all. We're learning the months of the year now. Last chapter, you know, in chapters before, days of the week, right? Now, months of the year. We learned seasons before. We're going to learn how to tell the date by saying it's the 2nd of May, it's the 3rd of March, etc. And then section 3 is to take the information that you see there and fill out those 3 envelopes in the proper French manner, proper format. So all of that I'm giving to you today. And already, yes, we have a little quiz tomorrow. It's just on vocabulary. And it's on matching holidays with the correct month. So a little quiz tomorrow. Here's what you need to do. Be sure that you review tonight your class notes. You may either follow the outline I've given you in your student handbook and fill in the blanks, or you may take your own notes, whatever you like. And so it's months. For instance, in what month is Christmas found? In December. Well, what is December in French? We're going to find out in just a few moments, okay? So be able to match up the holiday, like for instance the 4th of, you know, like what? Independence Day, Valentine's Day, Christmas, New Year's Day with the correct month. And all of the months would be listed there. Well, most of them. So that's what 10A is about, matching up the holiday with the correct month. And then we're going to have you match numeric years with the correct written. For instance, 2002, if you see this written out, then you go look for the choice. (2002). You go choose this one. So it's just multiple choice, 10 points tomorrow. Any questions about the little quiz? 10A. Know your months by paying attention today in class and then looking the notes over tonight. And besides, the homework helps you practice this as well. So, you know, as long as you're faithful with your homework, you're going to be just fine with the little quiz. And then matching up written versions of years with numeric versions. All right, so let's go. Allons-y, right? OK. OK. Écrire une lettre. We have a lecture. By the way, if you're going to attend a lecture, it's la lecture means the reading. And the other day I was stumped on how to say going to hear a lecture. If you want to go hear a lecture, oui, it's a conférence or a conference. So if you want to attend a lecture and listen to someone give a lecture, you are assisting, we are attending a conference. But a lecture is a reading. So let's read together. Let's look at this reading that we find on, qui se trouve à la page 138. All right? So, lecture, a reading. All right, good. How many of you are on page 138? Excellent. Très, très bien. Okay. You see a letter there. And we're going to, I'll read it for you. It's, there are some adjectives in here. There are some adjectives that refer to, for instance, Protestant churches, Église protestante, Arab students, Arab student, étudiant arabe, or étudiante arabe, French family, famille française. Oui. Now, if you notice, this is a great example of a very kind, amiable, how you say, letter. It's not a formal letter, it's a friendly letter. And it's a very good example because mes amitiés sincères is kind regards. And this is a very wonderful way to close your letter, a closing, wonderful closing expression. They also build upon this, oui, amitié sincère. Regards, my sincere regards, my kind regards. They can also say avec toutes mes amitiés, with all my kind regards. Avec toutes mes amitiés. You can put the amitié at the end. You can still keep the sincere if you want. Avec toutes mes amitiés sincères, with all my sincere best wishes or kind regards. And this has to do with friendship. It's wonderful. Okay? Great example. So notice how the letter begins. We've got up here at the top, and I have to show you, I have to bring in a copy of one of my first letters from my friend who lives in Paris. It's wonderful. She's lovely. We're still praying for her salvation. She's a very kind woman, very generous, professional lady with 3 children and a husband who's the vice president of a savings and loan there in Paris. Okay, so here we have the name of this city, Toulouse, comma, le 18 janvier, the 19th of January, and then of course it says 1900 whatever, right? So here's her letter. First you put the name of the city, comma, the day of the month, and the year. So notice what the French do. They narrow it down to location, and they go from smallest unit of measurement on time to the largest, day, month, year, which of course is different from us. Notice that they also do not capitalize the months of the year. They didn't capitalize the days of the week either, so we're getting used to that way. All right, excellent. So here we go. Après plusieurs semaines, after several weeks, Madame Dupont écrit une lettre à son ancien professeur de français à l'université. Madame Dupont writes a letter to her former teacher. I know that looks like ancient. And, you know, ancient French teacher, ancient French teacher. No. No, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that. Notice what it says out in the margin. It says former. So when you put the word ancient, which looks to us like ancient, in front of the noun, it means former teacher. So after several weeks, Madame Dupont writes a letter to her former French teacher at the university, and here's her letter. Okay, she says, Chère Madame, dear Madame, nous sommes enfin à Toulouse. We're finally in Toulouse. La famille va bien. Family is doing well. Nos enfants aiment beaucoup la France et commencent déjà à parler un peu le français. So our children really love France and they're already beginning to speak a little French. Quand j'entends parler français, je suis surprise de bien comprendre. When I listen to French being spoken, I'm surprised that I can understand it well. Et je parle assez bien, and I speak well enough. Les Français parlent vite. The French speak quickly. Oui, c'est vrai. Mon mari va commencer ses études en automne à l'université de Toulouse. My husband will begin his studies in the autumn. Okay? So he'll begin in the fall to his studies at the University of Toulouse. Okay? So then she says, la famille Plouvin, une famille française. So notice she says, the Plouvin family, a French family, est très sympathique. Sympathique, or sympa for short, means very nice. Nous faisons la connaissance de nos voisins et des membres de l'Église. We have met our neighbors and members of the church. Au culte, at the worship service du dimanche matin on Sunday mornings, il y a environ 100 personnes. There's around 100 people. C'est une grande église pour la France. It's a big church for France. Oui, c'est vrai. Okay? Il y a des églises protestantes. There are some Protestant churches qui n'ont que 10 ou 15 personnes. There are some Protestant churches which only have 10 or 15 members. So 100 is a nice size. Nous participons à la distribution de traités. We help to distribute, we participate in giving out tracts. Et nous aidons le ministère de la jeunesse. And we assist the youth pastor. Priez avec nous, pray with us, pour le salut de deux jeunes gens de l'université. Pray with us for the salvation of two young people from the university, Crystal et Hassan. Crystal and Hassan. Who is Hassan? Un étudiant arabe. Ouais. He's an Arab student. Ils font partie des réunions de jeunes, oui. They are taking part in the youth meetings. Ils lisent la Bible et posent beaucoup de questions. C'est merveilleux, eh? So they're reading the Bible and they're asking a lot of questions. That's wonderful, oui. Cet été, nous allons avoir un camp pour les jeunes. This summer, we are going to have a camp for young people. Les Français aiment le camping. French love camping. Oui, c'est vrai. Isn't that a great French word? Look at that French word. Where do you think they got that French word? From American. Oui, le camping. Camping. Okay. And then it goes on. Dites bonjour à ma part. Say hello for me. All right? That's what that means. Dis bonjour de ma part. Say hello for me. À votre famille, to your family. Et aux autres professeurs de français and the other French teachers. Okay? Dites bonjour de ma part. Ah, say hello for me. Continuez à prier pour nous. Continue to pray for us. Mes amitiés sincères, my kind regards, my friendship. Oui? Now, after this, Alice Dupont, oui, she signs it. Then, Madame Dupont écrit l'adresse sur l'envelope. After that, Madame Dupont writes the address on the envelope, oui. And then, elle y met un timbre. What's un timbre? Someone who's reading along with me. Qu'est-ce que c'est un timbre? Oui, Jonathan, ici à Greenville. Bonjour.
Bonjour. It's a stamp.
Excellent. Oui. So she puts a timbre on the envelope. Oui. On it, il y met, she puts there, en timbre, est une étiquette. Étiquette. Qu'est-ce que c'est étiquette? Regardons. L'étiquette, ça veut dire par avion. Qu'est-ce que c'est ça? Wow, Amanda from Walworth. Bonjour.
Bonjour, it's a label.
Right. What
by
is,
airmail.
Right, by airmail. Right. A label. Excellent. So it's a label. And it says by airmail, par avion. Now, you may, if you want to, just write. So when I write to my friend in Paris, I don't necessarily put a sticker on it. I just write par avion, oui, up in the upper left-hand side, you know. So you can do that. So we have a label that says by airmail. Elle met la lettre dans la boîte aux lettres. Boîte aux lettres. What's that? Stephanie from Sterling. Bonjour.
Bonjour, a mailbox.
Right. Boîte aux lettres. Mailbox. Excellent. And quand le facteur passe, il prend la lettre. OK? Qui est le facteur? Who's the factor? Ben, ici à Greenville. Bonjour.
Bonjour. That's the mail carrier or mailman?
Right, the mail carrier. Excellent. Person who takes the mail. I guess in these days, mail carrier, le mail carrier. Okay, so that's franglais. What is franglais? A mixture of French and English. Le facteur passe. The mail carrier passes by, oui, and he takes the letter. Il prend la lettre. So we've received now quite a few new vocab words. But remember for the quiz tomorrow, just the months and dates. So, you know, ne t'inquiète, vous n'inquiétez pas. Don't get all upset too much about all this new stuff yet, but just let it soak in, you know, just like a sponge. Okay, so excellent. Now, you know, here in America, we have different minority groups, but in France, you know, this letter was talking about Hassan. In France, the major minority group really is, surprisingly so, Islam. They're Muslims. And actually, Islam is the second largest religion in France, next to, oui, Catholicism, oui, Catholicism, and then Islam, because their huge minority and the difficulties that people have with minorities and majority groups and so on, their problems are with the Muslims. And so, voila, everyone has to deal with something, right? Okay, so we have there vocab for letter, we have vocab for label, we have vocab for boîte aux lettres. Let me tell you something about mailing letters, though, in France. And it's something I had to remind myself of this last summer. I had a letter to mail, and I had to remind myself, it's not so easy. You can't just put the mail carriers, les facteurs, they don't come to pick up outgoing mail. There are special mailboxes. They're usually yellow, and so les boîtes jaunes, and you look for yellow mailboxes. And I found a very nice person working at the pharmacy across the street from where I was staying who said that they would mail the letter for me, but that was a very kind thing for them to do. I was asking, where's the boîte aux lettres? Oui. So the boîte aux lettres, oh, psh, oui. Je le peux envoyer. You know, I can send it. So anyway, so you can't just put up a flag and mail from your house or your apartment. You have to find a special box, and the mail carriers only pick up mail from those special boxes. So if you want to send something special, be sure you put it in the right place. Okay, excellent. All right, we could go through and answer these questions as to whom was this letter written, and you know, are her children already speaking French? You know, they're starting to. It's not so important. I'd rather go ahead and go on then with looking at the months of the year. What are the months of the year? Well, let's review a little bit. Let's review the days of the week. Quel jour sommes-nous? Remember we talked about how to ask what day is it? One way we found we could ask is quel jour sommes-nous? What day are we? And the answer would be nous sommes, and then whatever day of the week it is. Oui? Vendredi. Aujourd'hui c'est jeudi, ouais? Nous sommes jeudi. Also, you could ask in this manner, quel jour est-ce aujourd'hui? What day is it today? C'est aujourd'hui vendredi ou jeudi. Oui? It is today Friday, or it is today Thursday, as it is really. All right, who wants to give us the days of the week again? Just as a little review. We've already been there and learned that, but let's see. Let's go to Juan from Living Way, and we'll get the days of the week, okay? Bonjour.
Bonjour, it's lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche.
Wonderful, Juan. That was great. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all for helping us to review. And that's good. I should say, everyone there tell us, you know, that gives everyone extra confidence. So those are the days of the week. Remember, we first were acquainted with those and introduced to those back on page 110. Oui? Les jours de la semaine se trouvent à la page 110. The days of the week are found on page 110. And merci, Juan. Tu as fait bon travail. You've done a good job. Et bon accent aussi. Good accent, too. All right, so that's, now let's look at the months of the year. That's a little review, days of the week, now months of the year, okay? First of all, we start off, and if you'll, who wants to say them for us? Who wants to be the example and pronounce for after me, huh? Okay, Lauren from Sterling. Good, we'll get everybody there at Sterling. We'll just let everybody practice because it's part of the quiz tomorrow. Why not? Oui, pourquoi pas? Why not? Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Okay, everyone, janvier.
Janvier.
Février.
Février.
Mars.
Mars.
Avril.
Avril.
Mai.
Mai.
Juin.
Juin.
Juillet.
Juillet.
Août.
Août.
And I'll take a little time out here because there are two pronunciations for this. Most of the time you won't hear the T, but if you do, it's okay. And then septembre.
Septembre.
Octobre.
Octobre.
Novembre.
Novembre.
Décembre.
Décembre.
Excellent, très bien, excellent. So there we go. Janvier, février, mars, avril, mai, juin time out. I just have to say I love, when I was first in high school, that was one of my favorite words, juin. Just like when I was taking German in college, my favorite word was number 5, fünf. You know, you just have your favorite words. Juin is one of mine. Going on, juillet, août, septembre, octobre, novembre, décembre. So here we go. Now, this sound, this vowel sounds the same as this one. Octo, octobre, novembre, right? Décembre. Okay, just a little bit of clue there. Remember we said you will hear some people say août, but normalement, on dit seulement août. Okay? Looks like some kind of a little oxen critter. I don't know what that was. I wasn't trying to draw again. Okay. I wouldn't do that. Quelle est la date aujourd'hui? What is the date today? Au milieu de la page 139, middle of page 139. Here's how we say different days of the month. Okay. The first of any month is le premier. Le premier, and then you say the month. So that is an ordinal number. And that's the only day of the month that's given out in an ordinal number. The 1st of January, le 1er janvier, same thing for all the other months. The 1st of February, or February 1st, le 1er février. April the 1st, le 1er avril. June the 1st, le 1er juin, etc. Okay, what is le 2 mars? What is that date? Date. Oui, day of the month. Andrea, Living Way, bonjour.
Bonjour. It will be March the 2nd.
Right, March the 2nd. Excellent. Mm-hmm.
Right, March the 2nd. Excellent.
So le 2 mars. Notice after the first of each month, which is an ordinal number, the rest are just counting numbers. The 2, the 3, the 23, and they just say the and the counting number. The 2 March. Okay, so qu'est-ce que c'est le 3 septembre? What's this one? Sam from Sterling, bonjour.
Bonjour. It's the 3rd of September.
Right, the 3rd of September. Excellent. Or September 3rd. Oui. So, voilà. And they also have where you can just use numbers. Oui. Excellent. So, this would be September 3rd. March 2nd. January 1st. Excellent. Okay, any questions so far? All right. C'est bon ça, oui? So now you can say, you can be a little more precise. We can say, someone asks us, what's the date today? The question for that is, quelle est la date? It's a feminine noun. The date, la date. Aujourd'hui, what is the date today? Okay. Or let's say the date is something like January 22nd, 2002 or something like that. You would say, c'est le 22 janvier 2002. 2002. All right, let's put in today's date. Who wants to be brave and put in today's date? Whoops. Let's get a nice round looking thing going here. Okay, good. We've got lots of volunteers. Let's see, we haven't spoken yet with Charity or Emily. Let's ask Emily ici à Greenville. Bonjour.
Bonjour. C'est la jour et 29 janvier.
Okay. We're going to say, c'est le, what was the number again? 29?
29, yes.
Oui, exactement. C'est le 29 Janvier. How would we say, do you want to go out and take a stab at what would the year sound like for 2004?
2004.
Absolutely. Fantastic, Emily. That's exactly right. So here's today's date given to us straight from Greenville, South Carolina, to you. C'est le 29 janvier 2004. Excellent. Quelle est la date aujourd'hui? C'est le 29 janvier 2004. Okay, now let me throw you a little bit of a curve here. Let's make it a little more challenging and say today is Thursday, January 29th, 2004. Let's put in the word Thursday in there, right? Jonathan, ici à Greenville.
Bonjour. C'est jeudi. C'est jeudi 29 janvier.
Mm-hmm.
2004.
Excellent. Absolument. Fantastique. Mm-hmm. Good job, Jonathan. You got it. C'est jeudi, le 29 janvier 2004. All right. So you have the ability now to nail down precisely what day it is. Today is Thursday, the 29th of January, 2004. Not that people need all of that when they're just asking, do you know what day it is? If you rattled all that off, they might think that, you know, you've got a few issues to deal with. All right, let's look at some dates here. What is the date for the 4th of July? How would we say the 4th of July? Let's get some volunteers we haven't heard from yet. Can we get some? Charles from Living Way, bonjour.
Bonjour. It's Juliette 4.
Okay, and start off with c'est le what?
C'est le 4
Right.
juillet.
Exactement. Très bien, chat. Good job. Excellent. C'est le 4 juillet. There you go. There you go. C'est le 4 juillet. So all we have to say is we have to remember to use the le, which is, you know, we do that in English though. It's the 4th of July. We say it's the 4th of July. So this means the same thing except they just say c'est le 4. It's the 4 July. So what is the difference? In English we say the 4th of. Oui. But in French, we don't need the th or the of. We just say c'est le and put the number in and then the month, which is okay. It's all right. You can do it. All right. Let's see. Let's look at the next example. See what we've got here. Let's look at exercise B. Let's turn the page, and we've already done number 1. You know. Which answers, what is the date today? We've already had that. Quelle est la date aujourd'hui? 2 folks have already worked together to nail it down specifically. Aujourd'hui, c'est jeudi, le 29 janvier 2004. Right? All right, so let's look then at, let's get your birthday. Uh-oh. She goes, Mrs. Anderson, wait a minute. Years. Years. How do we express years? All right, first of all, we clump them into hundreds, remember? So if you were born such as in 1980, well, let's see, 1990. Well, I'm trying to hit the ballpark here. If you were born in 1990, that means you're 14. Okay, that must be, let's try 1987. Okay, that would make you 17. Okay, now how would we say that? Well, first of all, 1990 would be, you split it up into hundreds. That's the way you see it done most often. You would say 1900, which would be 1900. And we don't, when we're writing it out, we don't put an S on it. 90, which is 90. Oui. So that's how we say 1990. 1990. 1987 would be 1900, oui, as before. '87. '87. All right, so with that in mind, let's get someone who wants to tell us the date of their birthday. Okay, excellent. Let's see. We've got Charity from Greenville. We'll just go down through anyone who wants to volunteer. Bonjour.
Bonjour. C'est la 18 septembre 1900. 88.
Qu'est-ce qu'on dit 88?
I don't remember.
Ok, 88. Okay, 88. So go ahead and give us the whole thing now, okay?
Okay. C'est la 18 sept 1988.
Okay, that was a good job there. Okay, so she said le 18 septembre, now I just abbreviated, but you want to say the whole thing. 18 septembre, oui, 1988, 1988. So the 18th of September, 1988. Okay, let's try, let's see, Joseph from Sterling. Go ahead and give us your anniversary. Quelle est la date de ton anniversaire?
Bonjour. It's, Juliette.
Okay, quel jour?
How do you say 11?
11. So that comes first. So say for me, le 11.
Le 11, Juliette.
Now this is like juillet. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm sorry. Say for me, juillet.
Juliette.
And
Juliette.
and what's the year?
Think this sense. 88. I mean, no.
9? 89? Okay, excellent. Good job. Well, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll practice this some more then, okay? Good job. À demain.